This building's electrical systems must be extensive.
Yeah,
We
we
should
gotta
really
get
focus on
current,
delivering
like-
power to our immediate area.
I guess we just like let zombies hit us here real quick, like double slide up one of us to see if we got it. Let's let this guy double slap a shit at me. I hope we don't got it.
Guess I owe you one.
Let's go jump off the thing. Yeah.
You touch it, you pay for it.
I guess we just let the zombie kill us too. We do the same way. Your ping's on 100 and 210.
Same old, same old.
Jeez. Okay,
Turn on
good.
the
It
power.
was just at the beginning of the game. I was like, holy fuck, that's gonna be crazy.
Which, by the way, is a conspiracy of the shampoo makers. You really don't have to wash your hair twice.
Alright. Like, we gotta do like, yeah, it'd be literally unplayable. You like shoot a zombie and like 10 seconds later the bullet would register.
Yeah, why can't shit be simple?
If they shoot him from like 20 meters away and by the time you got like right in your face you would have hit him with a one bullet. Like, we gotta do this one more time, I think. That was it. Test this theory out real
Should
quick.
be nearby. Go find it, Darlington.
Good. Look at it, it's fucking Shangri-La. Oh my god, eh? I just found an Easter egg 2025. Big dick swinging. Yeah, I got it, okay? You test and see if you got it? You got it? Alright. Alright, let's do this, baby. Game time.
Let's get some juice running through this place so we can see what we're doing.
I'm leaving that in there for now so I can go hit the box and have a better chance of getting my gun grenade and shit. All I need is like monkey bombs, right?
Oh!
Yeah. Bruh. This man lagged out. Yeah, I noticed.
You don't talk about this, understand?
76 ping. Okay, don't kill all those. Don't kill all the zombies. Let's hope your ping stays like that. I don't even think that was you though, bro. I think that was me lagging. To be honest with you. You should let the zombies double hit you just to see if you still got the thing.
No!
Alright. Alright. I'm gonna finish building the Sliquifier here, but I'm not gonna pick it up. Let's go.
See that headshot, Russman? It was a doozy.
It was those. Where are these elevators at? Let's go. Pack a punch. My guy's gonna leg off the edge of the map, chat. Already calling it.
I got teeth too.
No, I'm playing on a roller. The thing is, with the PlayStation 5 controller, it's fucked. It's like you aim in with L2 and then you shoot with R1. And you like can't change it for whatever reason. It's fucked. I did. It still didn't. Still do shit. You ready? Alright. Don't fuck with P5. I thought you were running over to buy it as a crazy bastard.
Ugh. Oh. Oh. No.
Can we play Transit?
Ooh.
You want to play Transit with me? I'm not that good at Transit, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, you can. Well, I'll definitely add you here in a little bit, but I'm playing with my buddy today, trying to get this world record, you know? So, we'll have to do it a different day.
Oh.
You just like that?
Why do you make me choose? I should have brought a bag.
You're gonna lose your permajug. Do you want to restart and get it?
Maybe this one is more important? It's like a glove on a fucking foot! Can't we just get the geek to put all this shit together? If I just push these together, it'll... Ah, shit! Oh, did I break it? Ah! Ugh.
Oh. The old man can't do it anymore. Fuck. There we go.
Oh, this could work. Kinda. Maybe. Please let it work. Oh, no. Don't bother to wrap it. I want to try it. Oh,
Thanks,
this
buddy.
is just embarrassing. What, you gonna make me fight naked, too? DSR 50.
Millen. Thanks, bud.
4 out of 100.
Millennial.
You know I got what you want, Misty.
Take
What?
whatever action is necessary to ensure the sources do not come under his control.
Lawyer.
Fight them!
Oh, it's aliens. It's got to be.
Bye-bye.
Brother, we're trying to do this world record right now.
Oh man, I am jonesing for just a little taste. Hey, bitch! Been screwing around with this machine? Hammer. Damn. Oh man, I am jonesing for just a...
You grabbed your fucking AN-94, didn't you?
Time to unleash the inner badass! Bad in my ass? Whatever. Why now?
Bye-bye.
Is it behind the shop over here? I can't see. It's definitely not over that way. It's gotta be behind the shop. Yeah. Yeah.
father muckers are in trouble now.
Those father muckers.
And they just
How many times am I gonna get that
after all.
hammer?
Now
RP
I
Dizzle.
have a means to an end. Oh, I think someone's making fun of us.
Yeah,
Don't
but yeah,
make fun of me.
3 is super glitchy when it comes to like
Oh, no.
the games, their custom maps and shit. Some good custom maps though. Very vibrant, yeah. Okay, yeah. Sitting here getting like ready to try and slide and shit.
Oh, I couldn't have held out much longer.
This one. Come. This way.
These improvements better not be just cosmetic.
Six, 6, 6. Look at this ping chat. 500 ping. Oh shit, he made it! No, you fucking goofy. You left without me.
No.
You should have moved on Mark.
Line up to die, dummies.
The box is close to me, so.
Executioner? I knew an executioner once. Real nice guy. Simple but effective. Like most of the women.
You got this right here, I believe.
What is that? Don't tell
Back
me
to
I'm
back,
something
ballistic
like
knife,
stone.
fucking.
My name is Russ Mann. Fear me, corpse heads.
Yeah. Getting shafted here. Oh, you got teased.
You making a mockery of me, Box?
Bye-bye.
Many zombies, you just kill him.
Ugh. Ugh. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Nine. 999.
Ugh.
I'm gonna start calling you Juice World over here. 999.
Ugh.
Almost jumped off the map by accident.
You read my mind, Box. Now you're learning, Box. Keep the good stuff.
You got the
coming.
ray gun? Oh my god. You should hold on to the ray gun so you don't get it again. Like his monkey bombs.
Why would I want want to be looking down at itty bitty scope.
But you can't because you upgraded your thing. Shit. Free.
This is more my style. Point, shoot, take those dead. You got no business giving me shit like this, Bob.
It's coming right here. Calling it. Shoot my zombie boy. What's wrong with you, son? That box is right here. Right here, Ski. Oh, Mr. Lag. Blisters. Oh shit, let's go, son.
Explosives to a monkey.
Okay, yeah, just take your time and like watch your open up your scoreboard and like watch your ping, you know what I mean? And if you start to lag and shit, just like don't jump maybe. Like 350, 353. Now you're down in the hundreds. It's crazy how you lag so much and you're in Canada. It doesn't even make sense. I think I'm just a shitty host. We got that Canadian Wi-Fi, you know?
Oh.
Yeah, literally. Not even that far. You're like an 8-hour drive or something like that. Maybe a little bit longer actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
My zombie bled out. I gotta hear another one though. Let's see. Someone had to fucking go and shoot him.
Broken Arrow seems like a long time ago. Back then, Stu was little more than a baby-faced brat.
$500 ping, 400 ping, 500 ping, 400 ping. On me? Sounds like it. Don't see him. I hear one, but I don't see him.
What is that? Don't tell me I'm hearing things like stew.
I'm gonna go down to the spot and just wait for you there.
Oh! Ooh! Oh!
Oh wow, wow, wow! Look who it is.
No! Oh, I don't blame you. I'm hungry too.
No, I never did is buy some Texas. Fuck. I'm gonna go buy some Texas. I'll be back.
Come and get some, Phil. No!
999. Alright, I'm coming as fast as I can. I should be able to make it. Oh, he says. I'm coming. I got you.
Are you making fun of me? Confidence.
I always teleporting.
No! Carpenter! Oh, whew. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab some Texas.
No,
milk.
no.
Are you coming with? You're risking the biscuit, eh? Yeah, make some crazy jumps here, my guy. You're nuts. Oh shit, jump number 1. This one's free. Come, come, come. Risky for the biscuit. Good news is we only need 92 more rounds, bud. Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck that says, homeboy. This fucking guy trying to block me and shit. It's all fun and games till you lag right here and fall off the edge. I love from Germany, the country that's getting worse and worse. Welcome to Canada, the country that's literally a communist country. Thanks to Trudeau and the Liberals. Fucking Brampladesh.
I was hoping we'd get a break.
Fetch me this.
Yeah, Brampladesh in fucking Ontario here. What's up? Brantford? Bro, yeah, oh yeah. In Brantford. Brantford's 30 minutes from my house, dude. You're telling me, buddy, they have a fucking little parade there the one day, and I'm driving, they're all just walking down the middle of the road, and I'm like driving, I'm like, Mark, get the fuck out of the way, you dumb cunt! Like, honking my... The accidents are in Canada and shit. In Toronto, the amount of accidents increased over 500% this year alone.
Oh, fantastic! Now
How
I've
does
got
that
a
even
chance.
make sense? Over 500%. Oh yeah, carjackings are crazy. But like, yeah, we can't own handguns, you know what I mean? There's no, they don't jack you for your car. What do you
Now
mean?
it's my turn.
No, I just sneeze so bad. Oh my god.
Pick your fast up. Come on, I dare you.
I got teeth too.
Put that thing away. Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. You little lagger. Mr. 7-800 ping.
Not today. Later, Gator. Picking on me because I know too much.
Put your war face on. You do have one, don't you? You're a beat, boy.
the dirt. This is easy. Okay, that's it.
Fetch me their swords.
You guys got a little too much energy for my liking. Jumping now, are you?
Max ammo.
About time I catch a break.
And here we go.
Who wants juicing next? Well, it's good that my all-round badassery is appreciated.
You want to grab that carpenter? Yeah, definitely.
Carpenter!
Hammer and nails is for young folk.
Definitely. No, we won't get another one unless we fall down.
That's what I call a sticky end. Har, har, har.
What's in there?
Who wants juicing next?
Let's leave it.
Hey, Misty! Wanna clean that up? Only streaks I'm used to are the ones in my underwear. I got something for you, freaks!
Nope, I accidentally just tossed a monkey.
Who's next up for my melting gun? Hey, Misty! Wanna clean that up?
What's that in there? We're gonna grab it, whatever it is.
Lay down, big boy. Double points.
Come and get it, rock snobblers.
Max ammo here on your way out.
ammo.
Mr. 999.
Wow.
I shot right through that guy's 5-hole right there.
A monkey's
I accidentally just threw another fucking monkey. Oh my god. Keep pressing the wrong button.
Alright!
What are you doing?
Who's first? You got this, Russman! You do, don't ya?
This dude's crazy as fuck.
Okay. Why don't you help me now, boys?
What are you doing?
Stay calm, Stu. Block out the voices in your head.
1, 2,
That's alright.
3. Shit, I'm losing count. I got something for you, freaks.
Good comms, good comms. I didn't even see that. I didn't really. I didn't know what you were doing. I don't lie. Good comms though. Yeah, if you see an insta kill or a max ammo, just like prioritize those really.
Oh, shit.
Fetch me their
Here we go
swords.
again.
Jump at me and you will regret it. Are you making fun of me?
Just hang on a second.
Max ammo.
You got it.
Here we go.
Who's next up for my melting gun? Hey, mister!
Double points.
Wanna clean that up? Are you making fun of me? That's what I call a sticky end. Har, har, har. Who wants juicing next?
I'm gonna grab it.
Max ammo.
Yeah!
And the monkey.
Just trying to get that fucking monkey back up on that railing up there.
I should have left one alive. So you warn the others. Oh, did everyone see me do that?
Max ammo.
One more step and you'll regret it.
I'm coming to help, Daddy! next up for my melting gun? I'll take you one limb at a time if I have to.
Let's go. Round 19, buddy. High five. Put that thing back in your pants, boy. It just whips out the fucking that unit right there.
Who's next up for my melting gun?
You gotta grab that.
Time to spread the joy. I'll cut you like butter. Go.
Another one here.
Hey, taste this, dirtbag. I'll cut you like butter. Down in one. Enough of you! I got something for you, freaks! Don't warn your arm! You'll join it soon enough!
Poppy, is that you? What's up, Andy? What's up, J-Ski? What are my two legends saying today? What are my two goobers saying today?
That's what I call a sticky end! Har har har.
Yeah, I was kind of just fucking around. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really trying my balls out. I was doing a lot of AFK fishing.
I am feeling all kinds of awesome.
30 monkey bombs.
Shooting next. Well, I counted at least 20.
Grab it. Yeah.
Pull up, wipe out. I ain't going out like this. Show 'em who's boss, Russman.
You're saying that level Slayer that's something about? That's funny. Poor Blair. Yeah, I'm hooked on the escape grind, but I'm hooked.
Themselves if it means
You
saving
got
the
a
ones
man
they
up now,
love.
Stu.
Here are 3 horrifying stories that would have turned out tragic had a dog not been around.
Keep rocking, flesh on ground
Number
level.
3. I had to watch after my sister when my parents were out one night.
Look at this motherfucker's
Dogs
AFK,
are
he's not
called
even
man's
playing.
best friend for a reason.
Look at this motherfucker.
They will sacrifice
They-
themselves if it means saving the ones they love. Here are 3 horrifying stories. Dogs are called man's best friend for a reason.
Flesh gobbler.
They will sacrifice themselves if it means saving the ones they love. Here are 3 horrifying stories. Dogs are called man's best friend for a reason. They will sacrifice themselves.
Okay, if you're
if
gonna be
it means
AFK, get in the
saving
corner
ones
at
they
least,
love.
alright?
Here are 3 horrifying stories that would have turned out tragic had a dog not been
Now I've got a
Dogs are
chance.
called man's best friend for a reason.
Press A.
They will sacrifice themselves if it means saving the ones they love. Here are 3 horrifying stories that would have turned out tragic had a dog not been around. Number 3. I had to watch after my
It'd
sister
be
when my
helpful if
parents
you
were
could
out
sit there
one
and
night.
look in there and see if we
I
can
wouldn't be out
maximize
anyway though.
testicles
I was
shit.
busy playing the current hit game that had just come out at the time. My dog Sheriff was laying next to me.
Just saying,
He lifted
'cause
his
I can't
head
do
up
it.
and his ears twitched. You know, that thing that dogs do when they hear something.
Just
I
toss
paused
a
the
monkey.
game to see if I could hear what he was listening for.
Hey, Misty!
I didn't hear anything. I lost interest, assuming it was someone walking their dog outside or
You're
something.
on my home here.
Sheriff jumped off the bed and ran out the half-open door to the bedroom. He was barking, going crazy at something. I didn't care to follow him. I simply yelled at him to shut up. But eventually, his normal, annoying barking suddenly turned crazy and defensive, as if he were confronting something or someone. That's when I got suspicious and ran to go see what it was.
I'm going down, I'm taking you
I
all
heard a
with me.
sheriff's male scrape the basement steps as he flew down the stairs. My heart sank as I realized he must have been chasing something. I found myself standing at the top of the basement steps for a whole minute, staring into the darkness below, gathering up the courage to go
Your
down there.
paws off the elderly.
I finally did, turning the light on the way down. Sheriff was standing by the door to the laundry room. I didn't even dream of opening that door.
That's what
I trusted
call
in
a
him enough to
sticky
believe
end.
that someone was in there. I struggled, but eventually picked him up and ran with him all the way back upstairs. As I was about to shut the light, I heard the sound of the laundry room door creaking open. At that instant, I slammed the basement door shut and locked it. I listened for a few moments with my ear against the door, and I could hear, barely over the sound of Sheriff barking, the sound of the steps squeaking. I dove for the phone and called the police. When they arrived, they caught him trying to bust out through the basement window. Me and my sister watched as the officers walked him out to the car, but I'll never forget the dreadful stare the man gave me as he was forced into the backseat of the police car. But I'll also never forget how grateful I was to have Sheriff with me that night.
Why don't man up?
Number
Don't be a
2.
man down.
I used to have a Beagle Pointer once, before she passed away at the age of
Grab
5.
that, Max. Here, let
Her
me
name was
look at the
Maggie,
one.
and she was the
See the other way?
sweetest and most
Oh, you got it?
loyal
Wow,
person
you're
I've
insane.
seen.
Your clutch god, dude.
She
Holy
never
shit.
harmed a fly, but she did have a big troublemaking mouth. So the story goes, I was 15 years old, getting ready for sleep one night like any other night. Mandy slept in my room, and when I walked into my room, finally ready to crash in bed, I was greeted to Mandy growling. She wasn't looking at anything in particular. I playfully asked her what was wrong, and she just made an annoyed doggy sound before putting her head down. I found it funny.
I got something for
For
you.
the good hour of me
freak.
rolling around trying to fall asleep, Mandy would constantly break the silence with growling. I would peek at her, but she would still have her head down. She showed no reaction to me offering to take her out, so I could check that off the list. It quickly went from cute and funny to just annoying, but I eventually fell asleep. I woke up to see that it was 2 a.m. and Mandy was growling. I tried to adjust my eyes in the dark, and I could eventually see Mandy standing in the middle of the room. She was looking up at my closet
Just
door.
sitting here doing some
I felt my
AFK
heart
fishing.
begin to race. What I was witnessing was
Get
flat
that
out
fishing
disturbing.
level up, baby.
I turned on the lamp and watched as Mandy continued to stare up at
Yeah?
the elevated closet. I don't know what I was thinking, but I decided to open up the closet and check what she was barking at. I want to note right now I have one of those closets that lead to an attic. When I checked, there was nothing in the closet,
Next up for my
but I noticed the
melting
attic
gun.
door was cracked open.
Hey, Misty.
You can imagine the fear in my body as I ran to my parents' room to get my dad. He didn't seem to take me too seriously until he got to my room and saw Mandy growling and looking up in the closet. My dad is a big guy, so he went in there without a weapon. I sat there, worried for what was to come next. What came next was my dad screaming at the top of his lungs at somebody. I heard boxes fall over and glass shatter as my dad moaned in apparent pain. Somebody was rushing out of the closet. I hoped it was my dad, but instead, some 6'5" man with a hammer in his hand jumped out from the closet and
Black out the
passed me.
voices in your head.
What happened next still surprises everyone. Mandy jumped up and grabbed a hold of the man's arm with her teeth. The scream of the unfamiliar voice filled the room. My dad came rushing out of the closet just in time to jump onto the intruder, taking him down. He sent my mom to fetch my little brother's prop handcuffs. My dad held him down while I handcuffed him. Thankfully, he was sent to jail.
Coming through.
I don't know what his intentions were, but obviously if he had a hammer with him, he probably wasn't just planning on robbing us. If we didn't have Mandy at that time,
Rocky, you jump
this
around
happened
for
when I
no
was
reason.
15 years
buddy.
old. My best friend Anthony wanted me to come over for the night since his parents would be gone all weekend. I rode my bike over and put it in his backyard before letting myself in through his back door. We played basically every video game he had, from FIFA all the way to Call of Duty, with popcorn and other junk food spilled out all over the floor. As the night progressed, we moved from video games to watching half a movie and getting bored, to doing prank calls at close to 10 o'clock. Anthony made a few calls to different pizza places. When it was my turn, I just dialed a few random numbers in hopes to get someone at their house. On
I'm gonna go
my
grab
fourth
it.
attempt, I finally reached somebody. A guy with a deep and rough voice picked up, answering with a yeah instead of a hello. Anthony's laughing in the background and made me stumble with my words mid-sentence, ultimately cracking up into laughter. I had never done a prank call, so I sucked at it. The guy on the other end was silent. I regained a straight face and tried to continue with the call. It went something like this.
Sir, would it be alright if I borrowed one of the wheels from your car?
I'm coming to help, Daddy.
What's your name, kid? My name is Bob. Really? You sure it's not Anthony?
It hit me like a brick. I looked up at Anthony, whose face was noticeably full of fear.
Something for you.
I hung up the phone, not wanting to be on the line with whoever that was for another second. Anthony, who the hell was that? I asked him.
Brennan
I
Taylor,
don't know,
what's up, big
he told me.
dog?
Does your caller ID info display
Yeah, I'm glad we
your
got
name
to
or
play
something?
Olympus. Well, I almost killed us.
No.
I'm glad we got to play Olympus with the boys.
He hopped on the computer and
Hey,
did
you
some
gotta
research,
kill these
trying
fucking
to figure
goobers,
out
alright?
how it was possible to get someone's name through their phone number. It didn't make sense how he could get Anthony's name so quickly. He was way too young at the time to be on any of those personal information sharing websites. He ended up asking a question on Yahoo Answers, since no one had a similar experience. The question turned up no answers. I suggested he call his dad, but he said he wasn't supposed to have anybody over for the weekend, so he didn't want to call. We planned on sleeping in the living room, so we just resumed watching the movie that we hadn't finished from earlier. Right after the phone call had left my
Shit,
mind,
brother.
me and Anthony looked at each
You're
other
knocking out
when
of
we
the
heard his
park,
front
homie.
storm door opening, and then the doorknob to the front door
Keep
began to
doing
turn.
exactly what you're doing. You
He
watch
was
those
able to turn about
podcasts.
halfway before the lock restricted it. Anthony turned off the TV, and I went over to the window to see who it was. I spread the blinds open.
Is that what it
There's
is?
a tall
This
guy
is a
standing
podcast?
outside.
Melting gun.
He noticed the blinds moving. He turned to look at me.
Is it a podcast that you're watching?
Like it
Practically
just
threw the
being you
blinds back
all.
into place.
Keep your
Me and
paws
Anthony
off
hid
the
in the kitchen,
maggot
listening
bag.
for any more noises.
Oh, you watching the horror stories again, eh? You like those
As it
ones,
was
eh?
right outside the kitchen window.
Yeah, I like my murder
God
mysteries.
damn
You
it.
like your horror
I said,
stories?
I
We're
forgot
meant to
shut
be,
the
meant
back
to be.
door.
You do have one, though.
Zombies
The
buddies for
original
life.
door and shut it. I made it to the hallway leading to his back door and froze. There was a silhouette standing outside the back door. I don't think he noticed me, but he was surely looking into the house. He opened the door and stepped inside. I tiptoed to the kitchen.
There's an
motioned
instant
for
kill. We
him
just
to
wait
follow
for
me
the nuke to
upstairs.
disappear, and then the instant
We
kill
made
will
it to
be
his room
free.
as quietly as possible, pulling the door shut to avoid making any noise.
I
He
got
crawled under
something
his
for
bed.
you, freaks.
He had cloth covering the bottom of his bed, so you couldn't see anything under it unless you actually moved the cloth. The doors downstairs
Whatever you
all
want.
opened.
I'll grab it.
Getting closer
Fuck
to the
it.
stairs.
Come and get some,
Thumbs
filth.
finally began up the stairs. He was right outside the door now. The door to the room opened. I could hear Anthony's breathing. It was too loud. Footsteps moved over to the closet.
Good shit,
The
bro.
closet opened. I could hear the coat hangers being slid around as the fabric of the jackets and coats rubbed against each other. Footsteps moved over to the bed and stopped. It felt
Oh,
like
shit.
my heart was about to explode out of my chest. Anthony's breathing was too loud. I had to cover his mouth with my hand.
Who's next up for my
Nothing
melting
but
gun?
silence in the room.
Someone's died trying to take a toke.
Hey,
He laid
Misty.
still for so long.
Wanna,
I almost
clean that
thought he wasn't even in the room anymore.
Max ammo? Throwing the monkey?
I moved my hand away from Anthony's mouth and whispered in his ear, "You think we can make a run for it?"
Going for it? Oh shit.
When the most disturbing, memory-haunting scream
Got
I've
it.
ever heard filled my ears
Tipping down.
as Anthony was seemingly dragged out from under the bed. I crawled out and saw him struggling with the man. I I desperately looked around for anything to use as a weapon. I settled with the screwdriver sitting on his nightstand. I hurried over to the man and drove the screwdriver into his back.
I can do this all
He
day.
let go of Anthony as he let out a scream of agony, giving us time to get the hell out of the house. Running onto the road would give away our position too easily. It would take too long to make it to his neighbor's house. We dove for the tree line in the woods and took cover behind a bush, watching the house.
What are you dropping there? Double
The back
points.
door opened as the man stepped outside, looking around the
I
backyard.
got something for you, freak!
He then looked out to the woods. I felt his eyes pass
That's
me
what I
as he
call
scanned
a
through the
sticky
tree
end.
line. It seemed that it was too dark for him to see us. Then, he turned his head back in
Who
our
wants
direction.
juicing next?
I ducked behind the bush. Joe, he's coming. What?
Who's next up
Yeah,
for
it's
my
in the room.
melting gun?
He was right. The man was approaching us fast. How could he
You
have
got
seen us? We ran through the
Enough of
woods
you.
with the leaves
Whoa!
crunching under us, giving
Almost
away
slipped it
our
off the edge
position.
there.
When Anthony tripped over something, I crouched down with him, hoping we had run far enough. Not even 20 seconds later, oncoming footsteps from the direction we were running from came fast. They slowed down only
You
2
can't
trees away
why don't
from
I
us
kill
as
zombies? What do you
they
think I'm
faced
doing?
down in the leaves.
Who's
Moments
next up
later,
for my
Look at my
footsteps
kills
take
compared
off
to
in another
homies
direction.
here. 1400 to 189. Come on
I
now.
took off back in the direction of the house.
What it was?
While running,
Clean that
over
up.
the sound of leaves crushing and my heavy breathing,
What do you mean kill the zombies? I'm the only one killing the zombies.
we made it back to his backyard, into his house, and this time, remembering to shut the back door.
They're dropping there?
We were now able to call the police. Anthony stayed on the line with them, while I patrolled the back windows, making sure nobody was out there.
I was throwing a monkey for it,
So
fuck it.
dark, though, and I couldn't see anything. So I did something that seemed stupid today. I turned on his backyard
That's the kill.
lights, and immediately in the distance, over by the woods, I saw him, standing in front of a big tree. He turned off back into the woods and disappeared out of sight. That was the last time me or Anthony ever saw him. I would be lying if I told you we heard the occasional knocks at our windows or something cliche. No, that was it. 5 years have passed and nothing has happened. Do I wonder if it was somehow linked to the prank call?
Double points in there, it's not worth it.
Does it make sense? Not really.
Okay.
But yeah,
I got
this was the
something
story
for
of how
you,
me
freak.
and my still best friend Anthony almost died during a break-in.
Who's next up for my melting gun?
Me and my wife have had our fair share of
Next up for
arguments.
my melting gun.
But there was this one night that she wouldn't stop bitching over the stupidest shit. It got to the point where I forgot to put the toilet seat down, and she lectured me at the top of her lungs with an ear-piercing voice that I just couldn't take it anymore. I called my buddy Paul up, and he told me I could crash there for the night.
Melty biters.
I was exhausted, and I didn't need to deal with my crazy wife at the time. Paul had a huge house, which was another thing my wife always yelled at me about, how all my friends had nicer houses than us. We had a few beers and had a bro chat. He suggested I stay there for as long as I needed, but I assured him I'd only stay for one night. I didn't want to be a bother. I slept in one of his guest bedrooms. Surprisingly, he has 3 guest bedrooms, but has only needed to use one of them so far. He never uses the other 2 bedrooms, and only plans on using them for a party or something like that. All 3 guest bedrooms in the house are lined up next to each other, while Paul's bedroom is across the hall. It's a weird setup for
Give
sure,
it your
but
best
it let
shot,
me hear
freak.
strange
There's
noises
a
coming
sicko
from the
there.
next room
We
over.
want to throw a monkey for
I
it.
assumed it was Paul doing something in there, but it quickly got annoying, so I decided to just walk over and
He's
see what was
not
going
part
on.
of the plan.
I tried the doorknob, but it was locked. I cracked the door open to Paul's room and asked him what the noise was. He was already in bed as well. He didn't hear anything. Upon asking why he kept the door locked, he told me he always keeps those 2 doors locked, as he keeps some personal belongings in there. I warned him that there was a strange noise coming from the room, and he told me to just go back to sleep, and if I continue to hear it, come back to him. So I did. I went back to bed, and the noises were completely gone now. A half hour passed. I was starting to drift off to sleep at last, when I heard the slightest tap.
I got something for you, freaks. The only freaks I'm used to are the ones in my underwear.
Double max.
It was Halloween night of 2007, freshman year in high school, and I was with my friends, Ivan, Ryan, and
You got
Jesse.
this,
Okay, I'll grab
We
this
were all
one.
dressed as the Super Mario characters. I was Luigi since I was the second tallest. Ivan was Mario since he's short and buff. Not that Mario is buff. Jesse was Waluigi because he's freakishly tall and skinny, and Ryan was Wario because he's just really fat. So they were the perfect group costumes for us. We live in a very non-congested suburban neighborhood with a decent amount of space in between houses. On Halloween, that's the worst thing ever. Less bang for your buck. We were trick-or-treating for hours, way past dark, and eventually came the time when most trick-or-treaters were heading home. My feet started to hurt, and I had to constantly switch arms for holding the now 10-pound pillow sack of candy, but we planned on going until our bags were completely full.
Wanna clean that up?
A lot of the houses by now
We're
weren't
gonna
answering
slide forward
anymore.
here.
It was probably past their cutoff
More than
time for
likely.
giving candy to trick-or-treaters. Approaching our next house, we saw a purple bucket on the stoop, which was the best feeling ever. I was the one to get close enough to realize it was empty, which was the worst feeling ever. I turned around when I heard a knock at the window of the house. We all looked at the window. Couldn't see anyone, but heard someone call out, "Wait." The door opened, and an older man, late 40s, already balding, stepped outside. He told us to come inside so he can get us some more candy.
There's a nuke in there. Not worth it.
He responded saying something along the lines of, "Nonsense, come on in, we'll get you your candy." Ivan stepped in and said, "It's alright. Come on, Dan, let's go." I told the guy to take care and apologized. He just stood there watching as we walked off, not saying anything. I felt bad, but at the same time, that guy seemed like a creeper, and I figured I just dodged a bullet not going in there. If the story ended there, it wouldn't be scary, so of course, it didn't end there. We skipped a few of the guy's neighboring houses just to get further away, and continued on with our business. We were walking down close to the nature preserve now, so there weren't many houses around us. At this point, we were now walking back closer to Jesse's house. I noticed Ryan had stopped walking, and I turned around to see what's up. He said he heard someone moving from behind the trees in the preserve. Now this was before everyone's phones had flashlights,
Not
so
behind
we
the
can
tree.
just go
It's
searching in the woods for
Leatherface.
someone. Besides, we were just telling Ryan that it must have been a raccoon or something. You may think this is a bit of a cliche, but when things like this happen in real life, you always assume the more logical possibility. It's just natural. Why would we assume we were being followed? I had to put my arm around Ryan's shoulder and nudge him forward. A little ways down the street, me and Ivan picked up on the sound as well. When we all stopped, the sounds of the footsteps from beyond the trees stopped as well. Ivan yelled at the obvious stalker to go away, or we would beat the shit out of them. I knew he was just bluffing though. I could hear the nervousness in his voice. The snap of a twig from beyond the trees triggered a fight-or-flight response in all of us. Me, Jesse, and Ryan all
Might
ran
be
for
max
it.
ammo in there.
Ivan was at first charging to attack,
Another
but
monkey.
he quickly followed after realizing we had all taken off. We ran down the dark street, and we all noticed the sounds of at
Thank
least
you.
2 or 3 pairs of footsteps crushing the twigs and leaves in the woods. We banked it hard right down Jesse Street when it finally came up, and ran straight for his backyard, entering his house through the back door. The first thing we did was peek out through his living room window. We couldn't see anyone. We all had to gather our thoughts and discuss what the hell just went down in his living room, when all of a sudden we heard Jesse's backyard gate slam shut. Jesse dove to turn off the lights. There was a click and a bang from down in the den. It was more than likely Jesse's back door. We all agreed to go down armed with knives and
Yeah,
face
every
them.
10 tasks, you should be going
Jesse
to that
turned on his
corner,
back
bitch.
door light, but there was nobody out there. Just then the front door opened, and we all screamed like animals. Jesse's mom and sisters came rushing downstairs. They had just gotten home from their friend's little house
Not
party.
Jesse.
We all rested assured knowing it was just them.
Yeah, bitch.
Jesse explained what happened, but made it seem a lot less dramatic. Me and Ivan went
accidentally
home
just
after
threw a
that and
monkey
called it a
bomb.
night. At 12:30 a.m., I got a disturbing text message. It was from Jesse. It said, "It wasn't my mom." I texted back saying, "What?" He responded back quickly, saying, "It wasn't my mom in the backyard." My fingers slammed the buttons on my phone, responding
that.
back, "What do you mean?"
You're mad about throw a monkey
There was a
bomb.
long
That's
pause
good.
before he finally told me that his mom and sisters said they never went in the backyard. I told him to immediately check the backyard from his upper deck. He had already done just that. He also told his mom everything, and she had already called the police. They didn't find anyone back there, but Jesse did mention the guy who invited us in while trick-or-treating. Nothing
I think you
ever
grabbed
became
it
of
like
that.
as you were jumping up and
Nothing
like
ever
a
happened
zombie
at Jesse's
died
house again
from a
after that
circle
one
fire.
Halloween night.
Yeah, she just gives you more points, Shay, that's all.
Last Halloween, I was asked to chaperone my little brother Kevin, my little cousin Mike, and his friends while they trick-or-treated. No, I wasn't the typical cliched teenager that was pissed off because I had better things to do. I was perfectly
worries.
content with hanging out with my little brother, my little cousin, and his friends. I was 18 years old, so I was a bit old to actually be collecting candy myself. So I asked my little brother to carry a smaller bag and put some candy in there for me at each house.
You want me to drop down with
By
you?
the time that small plastic bag was full, I was asking the kids if they were ready to go home. And every time I would ask, they would say no. They insisted on filling their bags to the top. But that was out of the question. I had enough, so I started leading them back in the direction of Mike's house. Suddenly, a white van pulled up next to us. The driver rolled down the passenger side window and asked me if I could help him out with something. "Nah, I gotta get these kids home," I said, as I directed my attention back to the group. He said he just needed me to fix his passenger seat into the upright position, as it was a two-person job and he said he had a date. I told him it would have to be
Go
quick.
monkey bomb if you need to.
He parked his car and told me to get inside. I opened the door and began fidgeting with the seat. He was telling me to lift, and then I would lift. He would then say put it back down. I'm gonna be honest, I thought this guy was just flat out dumb, until I heard the kids screaming outside. There was somebody trying to grab one of Kevin's friends.
I fell down.
I
I'm
almost
coming to
fell
you.
on my face as I tried to get out of the van. When I did, I grabbed him by the throat and began to strangle him. The driver came out and shoved me to the
Where are
floor
you?
and attempted to grab Kevin, but the owner of the house we were in front of came out front with a rifle in his hand. He fired a shot in the air, a warning shot, and with that, the two creeps hopped back in their van and drove off. I tried to grab a hold of one of them, but I wasn't quick enough. The van was gone down the street before I could even take 5 steps after getting up. I couldn't express enough gratitude to that old man who came out with the rifle. I wish I could say the story ended there, happily, but unfortunately the next day, while watching the news, there was a report of a
Round
missing
ended.
9-year-old boy in our town. Now, I usually believe in coincidences, but I know that wasn't any coincidence.
Huge. Let's
And I know
go.
for the rest of my
Massive.
life, they will kill me, remembering how I could have prevented a kidnapping had I just grabbed a hold of one of those guys. Me, my best friend Jordan, and my friend Chris were trick-or-treating on Halloween night. We live in a really
Oh,
rural
this
side
little
of
fucker
Pennsylvania,
almost got me.
and Halloween always kind of sucked because of that. For all you city and urban kids, Halloween is a lot different when you live in a quiet rural area. First of all, and most obviously, the walking distance between houses is much worse. However, people tend to give more candy to us since they get less trick-or-treaters. And that's the second thing, less trick-or-treaters. It's actually kind of rare to see other people trick-or-treating by us, mainly because we live in the middle of East Bumblefuck. So it didn't feel as festive or just Halloween. Pools and woods scattered across the grass. One more minute. While he
Oh, fantastic.
this little Halloween setup,
Now I've got a chance.
Make a great save.
That's what I call a sticky end. Or
Max ammo, throwing monkey.
Who's next up for my melting gun?
I'll grab it, you're lagging everywhere. Throw a nade in here. Throw a nade in here. Thank you.
No! Talk to the dirt!
Party. I was 22 years old, attending a Halloween party at my former best friend Nick's house, who died of a heroin overdose in 2013. Before his death, he would throw big Halloween parties every year at his house, as his parents routinely flew to New York every year to attend their own friend's party. He was always a big Halloween freak, so the whole house was littered with truly horrifying props that we all knew Nick spent way too much money on. He even put up giant walls of cardboard and covered them with wallpapers to create a haunted maze of sorts. I want to keep this story PG-13 rated, so I'll skip the weed, beer, LSD, and sex, and get right to the part where things got bad. I'll admit, we weren't in our right minds. None of us were. Anyone who came to Nick's parties knew what went down. Me, Nick, and a few other guys, Vinny G, Joey, and Q, were upstairs in Nick's room smoking a bong when we heard two steady, loud bangs come from downstairs. Nick clumsily but panickingly rushed to open the door and see what was going on. There were sounds of screaming of both guys and girls. I remember quite clearly it sounded as if there were a crowd of people screaming for their lives down there. We all called Nick to come back in and shut the door. Even under the influence of drugs, we all knew what was going on. Nick ran back inside and shut the door quickly but also quietly, locking it behind him. He turned to us and had on the facial expression of someone who had just witnessed murder. "What did you see? What's going on?" we all shouted at him. He told us to hide before anything else. We all knew why. From that point on, we didn't ask questions. Nick hit the lights and hid in the closet with Joe, while I hid under the bed with Q, and Vinny G hid in the storage box. We could hear the blasting music from downstairs turn off, followed by a grown man screaming at everyone to shut up. One unfortunate girl let out a scream of shock and fear, and after another bang, silence. The man started shouting at everyone again.
Not gonna shoot?
Personally, I couldn't hear it too well, and I certainly as hell wouldn't remember exactly what he was shouting. We heard two other men shouting. By now there were a confirmed 3 intruders in the house, but there could have been more for all we knew at that point. We heard the sound of boots stomping up the stairs and then coming halfway down the hall and stopping outside the bedroom door. The intruder on the other side of the door tried the doorknob, but when he realized it was locked, he started ramming into the door with most likely his shoulder. After a few failed attempts at that, the sound of a few shots to the doorknob were clearly enough to break the lock, allowing the door to swing open. We heard cries from downstairs after the shots to the doorknob, followed by a silencing gunshot.
That's what I call a
Me and Nick had our hands on our mouths to shield our breathing noises. I watched through the transparent cloth that hung from the bottom of Nick's bed as the black boots with overlapping ripping denim jeans moved instinctively to the closet. He opened the door. I could hear Nick begging for the intruder not to kill him, offering a generous amount of money if they would leave. Nick gave himself up as the house owner. That's when the intruder ordered him downstairs. The rest of us stayed put. Apparently Joey hadn't been caught with Nick. He stayed under the bed, shaking and afraid. There was near silence from downstairs, other than Nick talking with the intruders, but whatever they were saying was much too low for us to hear. It felt like a near 20 minutes before the front door slammed shut, and Nick came running back upstairs to tell us that they were gone. I think the most horrifying moment of my life was when I stepped downstairs, back into the living room, and saw the 2 dead bodies laying lifelessly on the ground. Holes in their heads spewing out blood. Jen and Robbie, 2 good friends that I still miss. I'll spare you the details of what happened when the police arrived, but despite the fact that the house smelled like a marijuana greenhouse, the police were more interested in finding out who the masked men were that killed 2 innocent college students. Oh yeah, Nicky told the four of us who were hiding in his room that there were 4 intruders in total, all wearing fedoras, vendetta masks, coats, and gloves. They demanded $100,000 in cash, and when Nick could not provide it, they demanded he fill their empty sack with his most valued possessions. All of the partygoers held hostage in the room were also forced to throw their wallets into the sack or they would be shot. After the incident, Nick became depressed. He started drinking too much, becoming an alcoholic. He stopped showing up to school and ultimately ended up dropping out. He started the use of heavier drugs, such as meth and heroin. I had one good talk with him since the incident, and he was more real during this talk than he had ever been. He told me, with tears rolling down his cheeks and a pipe in his hand, he lived in constant pain, knowing he caused the death of 2 of his best friends.
He had the pipe in his hand.
Nick died of a heroin overdose in July of 2013, not even a year after the incident. It was my first Halloween living in my own house away from my parents. I live in a small corner house with a basement but no upstairs, a house my parents paid half for. It was 11 o'clock at night. I was sitting in the living room watching scary Halloween movies when I found myself getting up to answer a knock at the door. But then I stopped and thought, who could be at the door at 11 p.m.? Surely there were no more trick-or-treaters out. I had a pretty good feeling it was a late-night Halloween ding-dong ditcher, so I gave it a second. Then I shot a glance to the porch through the window. They were gone already. Yup, ding-dong ditchers. I sat back down not thinking twice about it, and again, knocking at the front door. Get lost, I yelled. I was not in the mood for punky kids. They ignored my demands and started pounding now, not just knocking. I was pissed now. I leaped up and swung the door open. No one was there once again. I slipped on my shoes and headed outside to begin searching the bushes for the kids, but there was nobody in sight. Not in the bushes, not behind my car, not across the street. I was done answering.
Up for my melting gun. Well, I counted at least 20. Hey, Misty! Wanna clean that up? Stay calm, Stu. Block out the voices in your head. I got something for you, freaks!
We getting there, buddy. We getting there. Round 40. Let's go.
That doesn't sound good.
Fetch me their swords.
Stay still, damn it!
Halloween 2016. My 3 friends and I, who for the purpose of this story will be named J, K, and L respectively, were trick-or-treating downtown. Downtown was always a mob scene on Halloween, only because the houses were so close together, meaning more candy for the amount walked. 10 o'clock was always the time things really started to die down, and by 10:30, we were really the only kids still out trick-or-treating. Only like 1 in 10 houses actually opened their doors this late, so we called it quits with the trick-or-treating and decided to just screw around. It was a Saturday night after all. As we called it quits with the trick-or-treating, a lone person in a clown costume was walking really slowly from the black fog in the distance. This was a legit clown costume too. The makeup was crazy. From the slit-mouth smile to the blood-filled boils, it was a scary costume. The 4 of us laughed and screamed in reaction, but ultimately walked away. We went to a park that was nearby to just goof around, make a mess with silly string and shaving cream and whatever. We weren't the first, however. Strands of silly string littered the playground, as well as shaving cream smudged on the walls of a bathroom building in the park to spell out obscenities. We all hung out on the playground, but Jay pointed out to the dark horizon where two clowns were walking over to us. One of them the same clown from earlier. I didn't think it was possible, but the second clown was even more disturbing than the first. The first clown now seemed to be welding some kind of long, spear-like object. They both approached us really, really slowly. The funniness of the situation quickly wore off as they got closer and closer. Then they started to charge us. We all ran in different directions. One of the two clowns was chasing me. Out the park and down the street I ran. I didn't know the area too well, but I did know how to get back to Al's house. I ran all the way there. About halfway there, I lost the clown. I called Al and told him I was in his backyard. He was out of breath, but he said he just lost one of the clowns and was on his way over now. I said I'd call Jay, and he said he'd call Kay. Luckily, Jay picked up on the first ring. He wasn't being chased, so he didn't sound as freaked out as El did. I told him to meet us at El's house. 10 minutes later, all four of us were in El's backyard, gathering our thoughts and discussing what just went down. We had a good laugh about it now that it was over, and we ate some of the candies that we got. Kay went home, while me, Jay, and El hung out in the living room for a while. Lights off, TV on, playing some Xbox One party game. Jay looked out the window and then ducked, and told us to shh and turn off the TV.
Huge.
When we asked why, he said there was a clown out there. I didn't believe him, so I looked out the window. He screamed, "Don't," but it was too late. The clown standing outside of El's house looked right at me through the window.
That was risky, and you fucking pulled that shit off perfectly.
He wasn't lying. His parents weren't home, so going to his dad wasn't an option. Instead, we shut off the TV and went upstairs to El's bedroom. We looked out the window. The clown wasn't there anymore. Actually, we never saw either of the clowns again. But the next morning, El texted the three of us, saying he found a rubber clown nose on his backyard patio table. He said it was obviously placed there with intent to scare us. And mission accomplished because it worked. Luckily, that clown epidemic didn't last more than a month later. After that, it just became an old story.
That's what I call a sticky end. Who wants juicing next?
It was a school night Halloween. My mom and dad took my two twin brothers out trick-or-treating. I didn't have plans, so my parents kind of forced me to answer the door and hand out candies while they were gone. Since we live in a cul-de-sac on a dead-end street, we get next to no trick-or-treaters on Halloween, so every time the doorbell rang, I kind of jumped. I was in the living room watching TV, with the bucket of candies next to me on a small table. Butterfingers, the one and only candy my mom always got on Halloween for some
he
reason.
says.
The doorbell rang, so I took the orange bucket and brought it to the door and opened
Somebody's
it.
home.
There was someone in a scream mask and robe holding out a pillow sack. It didn't look like he got a lot of candy for the night. And given that the night was almost over and nobody was really coming to the house, and he was alone, which is always kind of sad, I gave him a bunch of candy. He walked away without saying thanks, which kind of made me feel bad, but it was honestly whatever. I stopped thinking about it as soon as I sat back down on the couch. The movie I was watching ended, so I started surfing the channels. During one of the brief moments of silence as the TV flipped from one channel to the other, I heard a thud and a bump come from downstairs near the back door. To better hear what it could have been, I turned the volume on the TV all the way down and went to the stairway. The back door was wide open. My heart started racing as I started to feel sick inside.
Who's next up for my melting gun?
Grab me.
I got freak! Be brave, Samuel! You know you can do it.
Fear of something chasing after you. I lost my patience and eventually got out to see what was going
Put your
on.
war face on!
Funny.
You do have one, don't you?
I ran to the nearby Spirit Halloween store that opened up like 5 minutes from my house. I was just shotgunning it. I picked a Where's Waldo costume.
Shit! I can't believe I got away with that.
He opened it completely, which revealed 5 other guys just standing there,
Next up for my
hitting
melting
him with
gun.
his pillowcase. By the time we got to this old neighborhood, we had a lot of candy, so being hit with that... My dad went downstairs to the door, but nobody was there. This man was toying with us, harassing us to scare us. It had to be a Halloween prank.
Oh,
My dad was
Oh shit.
man, huh?
funny.
I'm dead.
I ran to the nearby Spirit Halloween store that opened up like
Woo!
5 minutes from my house.
How'd it drop?
I was just shotgunning
Can you
it.
drop?
I picked a Where's Waldo costume for myself and a Superman costume for Cody.
Alright,
Both two
fine.
of the cheaper costumes they had. Everything was normal till I got to the cashier.
You can't?
I was... That's not his real name, that's just his nickname.
That's my fault. I was distracted. Distracted, brother. My bad. I just felt.
This happened back when I was 7.
Like a jigsaw in reverse.
Damn, bro. That was my bad.
Should I do a sleep stream right now? Alright, I'm taking a nap, boys. Holy shit. Good night.
Alexa, play Ultimate by Denzel Curry.
Damn it.
Oh no.
Alexa, stop.
And the good news is, like, we still got our claymores, I
Number
guess.
5.
It can't be.
Last night,
I got something for you, freaks.
Why can't you do max? Oh, I missed it. No opportunity.
I'm sure by now we all know what Fortnite is. I had known about it for the longest time. I
No!
never actually played it until my friends basically forced me to download it and play with them. They wanted
I was
to play
right
in squads,
there!
which is what it's called when you play in groups of 4. My 4 friends were Evan, Xavier, and Braxton. Evan was hands down the best player and basically the initiator of this group match. Xavier was the second best. Then there was Braxton. Braxton only spoke on his headset when he was in trouble or needed help. Evan, Xavier, and I, on the other hand, just goofed around and talked the whole time. The two of them did their
We
best
were
to
so
explain how to play to me
close.
over the headset. Anyway, none of this really matters. I'll skip ahead to the important part. Evan stopped talking, and there was a good 10 seconds of silence. Then, Evan, who was leading us from one point to another, stopped dead in his tracks. His character just stood still.
Yo, it might
for
be a
while.
jumping jack round this
Xavier
round.
turned on his headset, sounding annoyed, telling Evan to move. His character still
it
just
is,
stood in
you
place.
can-
Evan said nothing, but but according to the screen, Evan's mic was
Running grabs. Go get your shit
I
back,
could hear
yeah.
background noise that seemed to be coming from Evan's mic. Xavier, Braxton, and I were all telling Evan to move or we'd ditch him. But we all dropped silent when a horrific, almost painfully loud screaming came from Evan's mic. It wasn't like he was screaming into the mic. It seemed like Evan was somewhere in the background of the room.
Okay, I'm dropping down
The door
too.
slammed shut in the background, and the three of us were left not knowing what to say or do. I told the two of them I'd call Evan immediately, and turned off the console. I tried calling him 5 times, he never picked up though, so I decided to drive over to his house, which was 2 minutes away. I got to his house and saw no cars in the driveway, but the front door was open and the lights were on throughout the
And
house.
he's jumping jacks, you
I
see,
let
kill him.
myself in, screaming Evan's name. Evan screamed back from somewhere upstairs. I followed the sound of his voice
he's old,
right up
he's-
to the loft bedroom, where I found him hiding under the bed. He told me
How have I been? I've been
Told him to
alright,
get
brother.
out
I've been
from under the
alright.
bed,
Just
tell me what
fucking
happened.
gaming, man.
He said there was someone in his bedroom. He would
We
speak in
need
very
to,
limited sentences for the longest time.
Get to around like
Calm
what,
down.
97
Finally
for us to get the
explained
WI.
As Evan was playing Fortnite with us, he felt a tap under his bed. He
Oh
pulled
no.
the cloth material that covered the
I'm
sides
dead.
of the bed up and looked under the bed and saw a grown man
I'm
hiding
dead serious, I'm
underneath.
dead. No,
That's
bro.
when he threw his headset on the bed and screamed as he backed into the corner. He said the
Cringe.
man emerged from under the bed as Evan was still paralyzed in fear
All
in
those
the corner,
points I couldn't put in the
screaming.
bank either. Fuck. Fucking cringe way to die. Rike. Alright, that's enough zombies for me today, brother.